I think it's time for us to do closing ceremonies on your three. That's just my nice way of saying, get into position!
I have to follow the directions of my boss.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Bewhiskered 2026 closing ceremony. You know, I think we need a little bit more enthusiasm than that. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Welcome to Bewhiskered 2026 closing ceremony. I'll let that one fly. I mean, it is Sunday at like 6 o'clock, so you guys are probably tired. You're exhausted. I hope you had a fun weekend. I'm going to assume by the screaming, it was a good weekend. I'm so glad all of you were here. Thank you so much for making this a very successful Bewhiskered. But now we're going to go over some of the highlights of the weekend, other than myself. So, are you guys ready? Let's try that again. Are we ready? All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. First things first, let me go ahead and get Kaz up here. Kaz was our guest of honor, and I would love for her to say a couple of things. Let's give her a round of applause.
Okay, giving a new meaning to eating the microphone. Right? Okay. I would just like to thank each and every one of you who came to my panels or who came up to my table. I really appreciated being able to connect with each of you as best as I could. And I know that I am going to be leaving this convention with some brand new lifelong friends because I'm going to keep in contact with you. You know who you are. There's one over there. There's a couple of you out there that I see. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to connect with you because, you know, the world is going all crazy with AI and the loneliness that started with the pandemic and is still pervading. Like, I'm glad that we could gather together at a con such as this and make those personal connections. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you. I've had an amazing time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kaz. Let's give her a round of applause. All right. So, we are Safe Haven for Cats. I would like to thank them for a amusing weekend. Thank you so much for Safe Haven for Cats. If they are in here, please give them a round of applause. They have been our charity for a number of years now. We really enjoy working with them. They are fantastic people. So please make sure that you are supporting them, which I really do appreciate, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So, if you guys didn't know, one of the charities that we actually had, or one of the things we had ongoing, was to name our our mascot for disability services, who is named Ash. So, we actually raised some money in order for us to figure out who that was. So, and Ash won by $3. $3. So, in all honesty, like, if we had been a little bit more, the name would have been Cypress. But in all honesty, I think Ash fits her very, very well. But let's go ahead and give a round of applause for our new mascot, Ash. You will definitely be seeing them on some of our merch as well as some of our promotional items, etc. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now we're going to go through some of the funny gamer tags that we had available this weekend. You know what? The one that sticks out to me is the man titties. Don't ask me why.
Okay, and here's the challenge. Who in the room can read that? Not the person that did it. Who can read that?
Does anyone know what it says?
C-A-T. That's cat.
It spells cat. Some of the other ones included, but are not limited to, checks your bank account, Chicky Cheese.
I know who this one was.
Gay and dead inside. I can't find the left shoe. Ooh, notices your back today. Missing left shoe. I'm stuck in a claw machine. Please help.
Wait. Why does Tony Tiger owe me $20?
Yeah, I'm curious about that one myself. What were you and Tony doing to have him owe you $20? You know what? This is PG. We're not going to go there. We're just going to leave it off as is.
Moving on.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and thank all of our volunteers this weekend. Please give them a round of applause. We cannot do this convention without our volunteers. Y'all have saved our butts so many times, and we cannot thank you enough. We really appreciate it. I did get one in particular they wanted me to give a shout out to. I'd like to go ahead and shout out Chex. She did a fantastic job this weekend helping out with various different events. So please give Chex a round of applause. If you are interested in volunteering for our organization or our sister con CFF, you can go to ConOps and be able to sign up for volunteer there. Keep an eye on all of our social media pages. We do post information there as well. So that's also a good way to become staff too, if you're interested in being staff.
And also, if you want a little bit more about information about how we go about this, there is the behind the scenes of InCast. That'll actually be over in panel room B, I believe, or A. Okay, I should know. I'm the one that
we wrote the schedule. We wrote the schedule.
But it's down that way. It'll be right after this is done.
So it's a good way to get behind the scenes, meet the staff, and also, what'd you say? Panel room A. Thank you so much. You would think we would know that because we wrote the schedule, but...
And thank you for using Venby to do that.
Exactly. He's cheating with Venby, so... All right. Let's go ahead and announce the dancers. Dance winners. For the Battle Zoo, Mex was the winner. Okay, you can be a little more enthusiastic now. Come on, let's go. The runner-up was Snazzy. And the cyber champ was once again Chex.
And then, of course, today we had the dance competition. The dance competition was actually in 3 groups. We had best dance actually was Gemini and Kirby. Second place went Velvet. Most entertaining was Oreo. And second went to Shrimp. And best showmanship, Pumbaa. And I appreciate the kind of irony of the sad monster.
I will say the sad monster's performance was really, really good. I had to lecture Oreo a few times. Is Oreo in here? Oreo's not in here. Oreo's being bad. Not in a bad way, but they're being bad.
They're not here to defend themselves.
I know they're not here. Defend yourself, Oreo. Defend yourself. Oh, well, you're not here to defend yourself. Never mind then. Onward! All right, so we're going to go through our game room winners. We had a Tekken 8 tournament. The winner was, is it Omeji? We're going to say that's Omeji. So give a round of applause for Omeji. Rivals of Ather 2, we're going to go ahead and give a shout out to Kev. Kev is actually one of our staff members, but you know, they're allowed to participate in these. Let's give them a round of applause. And this is actually a furry-related game, by the way. So if you guys are interested, check it out. We have Smash Ultimate out of 32 contestants. Peter Goku Griffin won with Cloud. Cloud's not really my name, but whatever. All right, and then we have, first, for the Nintendo World Championship NES Edition, we have Akron. Second, let's go ahead and give a round of applause. Second, we have That Caliber Ray. And last, but certainly not least, third, we have Mac Jeffries. The other ones we're not going to worry about because they're all losers. But I mean that in the nicest way possible. Shut up. No one asked you. Shut up. Anyways, Street Fighter 6. Look at this muscular dude. He won Island, is that Island Zantai? Island Zantai, there we go. Let's give him a round of applause. All right, is that Puyo Puyo Tetris 2? The first place is Zentai. Second place is going to be Rolling the OC. And last, but certainly not least, third is Silver. The rest of them, losers who don't know yours. But I mean that in a nice way, I promise. How many of you went to the night market? Did you guys enjoy it? All right, so for the night market, it was a 4-hour long period. We had 6 vendors in there, and then we had 1,137 unique attendees attend the actual event. Let's definitely give that a round of applause. This is our first year actually doing something like this, so we're hoping we'll be able to do it again in the future. All right, these are all of our first suitors for our first suitor picks. Give you all of them a round of applause, man. Look at this cute tootie in the very front. I think that's Kaz. The rest of you, but someone loves you. I don't, but someone does. Thank you. All right, so just to give you a heads up, Inkcast does do other events throughout the year, not just our 2 conventions. We actually are going to be having the ALS walk coming up here pretty soon. It's going to be on April 25th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Halifax Mall in downtown Raleigh. Please come and support that. It's for a very, very good cause. Fursuiters and non-fursuiters are welcome. This is a way for us to remember Dog Bomb. If any of you are familiar with the Dog Bomb. Yeah. So please come and join us for that. Keep an eye on our socials, because we do announce all of our other meets on our social media pages as well. We've done skating, we've done, what happened?
Remember when they were eating the microphone?
Oh, was it Fuzz?
Yes, there was Fuzz
okay. Anyways, the Fuzz distracted me. We've done a skating meet, we've done a couple of movie meets, so please make sure you keep an eye on that for those. And one thing I do want to harp on.
Come get your stuff.
Yes, come get your stuff. We do not want your stuff. We do not want to take your stuff to our storage bin because we don't want it.
Yeah, we have enough stuff in our storage areas as it is.
We don't need no more. So if you've lost anything, or you suspected you lost anything, your sanity, that will not be in here.
Wait, I recognize something.
Uh-oh, what?
My brain cell?
Your brain cell, unfortunately, is not available at this time. Please leave a message and they'll give you a call back
Hey,
later.
that hasn't been found.
And remember, your phone call is very important to me.
Aren't those the things that were at the feline meeting? Like the inflatable cucumbers or something like that?
inflatable
Scare all
cucumbers.
the felines at the feline meeting? That's where they went. Okay.
Well, now you know.
I've lost it. All right, I know.
So, if you've lost anything, like I said, please go to ConOps. They'll be able to help you out with that. Come and get your crap. If you don't want it, take it with you. All right.
All right, it's time for the statistics of the game.
This is what you guys have all been waiting for. All right, go ahead and get a drum roll for our attendee numbers.
How many of you were here? 14. And don't go.
2,138 attendees.
Now, of course, we know that all 2,138 attendees don't walk around here in fursuits. So how many of you did? 10.
6, 7. Oh, come on. You know it was funny.
Look, they do it, everybody laughs. I do it, I get the boo.
I know, right? What the heck?
I don't get it.
Anyways, you guys want to take a guess at how many fursuiters we
How
have?
many were in the photo?
That's close. We had 381.
Alright, but probably the most important number of the entire thing is the one that's at the bottom there. Is how much did we raise for the charity this year?
Y'all want to guess on how much we raised for the charity? Hold on, because this number's going to shock you a little bit. Because we raised $15,528 for charity. Stay Pagan for Cats is very appreciative of everything that you guys have donated. This is so good for them. I'm so happy. Thank you all. So, we have a little animation here. See? This reminds me of all of you after you leave here today because you're just going to be sad that you'll no longer get to see me. I know.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. I mean, they've got confetti, but yeah, they got that stern look.
So, hold on. There we go. So, okay. All right. Thank you all for playing this week, but we're not done.
Yeah, wait a minute. Wait.
We're not done.
We forgot something.
We did. How many of you guys want to know the theme for next year? You know, DC, I don't think that was enough enthusiasm.
No.
How about we do that again? How many of you want to see the theme for next year? Should we show them?
I think if we don't show them, we're not leaving this room.
They will kill us. So, are you guys ready? Drum roll!
Next year's theme
is going to be
2027
Forbidden Laboratory! This will be happening in spring of 2027. Once we get the dates situated, they will be on our social media pages, so please make sure that you look there. Well, you know what? As the saying goes, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Everyone, get out. Thank you. I love you, but leave. Hasta la pasta. Arrivederci. Go away. I mean that in the nicest way possible.